If humans suddenly vanished and an alien species came to check out the planet, what man-made structure would they be most confused by? I think Ferris wheels would throw you through a loop as an alien archaeologist. Why did they build a transportation device that just takes you back to where you started really slowly? Why would anyone want to get that far above the Thames in London if there isn't anything up there to get off and do? Why put this useless thing right in the middle of the city? Pyramids. They'd be like, Glorthon, was this you? You made this, right? Humans didn't make this. Double quote. Dublin's big stupid spike sticking out of the center of the city. Although, now that I think about it, it'd be a great ending to an alien invasion movie if the big giant super queen alien got impaled on it. We've discovered new and exciting facts about the lost human race. Apparently they worshipped a being called FedEx, as evidenced by the large number of temples and offerings to the god. We believe it was a deity of expediency and rival to Amazon, the god of fulfillment. The fact parts of the world are mud huts, and other parts are sophisticated skyscrapers. They'd probably believe Earth was segregated by species, one advanced and one not. I've sometimes wondered if fast food restaurants would be mistaken for competing religions. There's so many of them and each chain uses the same iconography at each of their restaurants. So it might not be terribly difficult to think that they were cults or something. It would be hilarious not knowing what cemeteries are. Parks full with these carefully carved and placed stones with carved symbols on them virtually everywhere and no apparent reason why. All the penis drawings on school desks. Imagine if the first structure they saw were the Eastern Island heads. They look like this? Double quote. Chicago just having a random giant bean in their vicinity. It's a beautiful structure, but I'd say the Gateway Arch in Street Louis. Not exactly confusion, but spaceships. They would probably think nice try, but you suck at this. I think they'd struggle to understand why Central Park wasn't built on but everywhere else around it was so built up. They wouldn't understand why a park was so valued to us when we destroy so much else of our environment. Dildos. Why do they exist? Why do they come in different colors and sizes, and why do they vibrate when I put them in my mouth? Leaning Tower of Pisa. Would they not wonder how it isn't falling? Although if they got here, their scientific capability surpasses ours and they'd obviously have the brains to know how it's still standing. Bagger 288 and whatever it did dig. Cell phone towers. Unless the aliens knew what cell phones are, they would think we built multitudes of similar looking towers around the world and supplied them with energy for no reason. Touchdown Jesus in Ohio. The Plumbers. Statues and our useless entertainment tech with no real purpose but to shine lights and make sound. Here in Australia we have the big pineapple, the big banana, the big prawn and other such similar giant-sized fiberglass reproductions of the real thing. Strange homages to the region's industry that seem to be a particularly Australian thing. You can just see an alien looking at these things and going, they worship fruit. Double quote. Auschwitz. They would be confused by how human are stupid. The Leaning Tower because we haven't straightened it out when we definitely have the technology to. Great Wall. Why is there a random ass wall in the middle on a gigantic piece of land? Maybe the Leaning Tower of Pisa. They'll be like, whoa, someone did a bad job here, haha. Escape rooms. They are voluntary traps that humans walk into for entertainment. Given that humans suddenly vanished, I reckon the Little Mermaid in Copenhagen might have a few of them spark up theories of what happened to us. Disneyland. Any sort of dam, like why would they want to trap water? What's the point? Lol. All of them. The pyramids. Because they are similar to the structures aliens might have. People that think an advanced alien species that has mastered interstellar travel are going to be f-king retarded. The wind power mill thingies. The Bean in Chicago. The artwork in Davis, CA. All the giant structures of random things around my country. The big pineapple. The big axe. The big banana. The big guitar. The big prawn. The big Murray cod. The list goes on literally forever. I believe that anyone with the technology to get here would recognize everything we've got. The big metal bean in Chicago. The pyramids. They'd be like they built these too. Dot. Chances are they'd understand most of our monuments. Factories. Restaurant chains. Etc. They've probably had tons of their own to compare them to. What would really throw them for a loop is things like golf courses. Not an obvious sports arena. Just a random open area that was clearly carefully taken care of at one point for no obvious reason. Dildos. Most definitely dildos. My dinosaur-sized sculpture of my genitalia made solely out of my own dried hardened curdled semen. The movie theater. PewDiePie's IKEA tower or giant meatball layer. Modern art sculptures and statues. Those mattress stores that are f***ing everywhere. The middle finger in someone's back garden pointed at his ex-wife's house.